Well, I think it's safe to say I had my fair few scrapes with officials over the course of my playing career. So today, I've come to St George's Park to train with Select Group 2 to see what goes into being a matchday official. Kev, pleasure to see you. Can you just give us a flavour of why we're here and what the aims are?
The aim of coming to St George's Park and the venue is just that learning development opportunity for the referees, and it's looking at performances of what the referees do and actually how can we reach peak performance, how can we be high performing referees. It's vitally important to actually upskill the referees, to actually support them in what they do in regards whether it's sports nutrition, whether it's fitness, whether it's psychological, whether it's coaching, and that's why it's vitally important for us to have the right structure and support behind the scenes to actually help encourage and push the referees in the way that we need to, support-wise.
Wow, thank you very much. Deal. Size medium, of course. What's the run-up to a game like? Any nerve?
Thursday's our individual day, so we'll plan Thursday. So when it comes Saturday, game day, we know what we're going to expect. We love every second of it, that's how I do it. You know, it's great to be involved in.
As a team, what's the collective approach?
All our prep work's done before arrival. The lads know where we're at. We can look through scenarios, again what we're looking at, what our priorities are during the game, and we share that responsibility around us pre-game and during the game as well, certain scenarios.
I mean, the scenarios, are they game specific? Are we going to see a different way of refereeing different teams in the championship?
Teams have got different tactics to gain an advantage. Let's use corners for example. If we're aware of that pre-match, as officials, I could look in a certain position, other assistant could look in a certain position, a fourth official could look in a certain position. It gives us a better chance of getting those big decisions right.
So, Francis, can you give us a little touch on what your role is here at St George's Park and what we're seeing all these lovely officials doing in the background?
Yeah, so I work with the PGMOL as a sports scientist. My role with this group, the championship group, is sort of more of their dedicated sports scientists. So we work with the fitness stuff. We're going to do a little pitch-based session in a minute where we've got a team that's come in that will provide different tactical challenges for the referees and assistants, and then we're going to do some review of their movement with the cameras. The other work that we try to do is combine the physical side with the cognitive side. Yeah. So obviously on a match day, decision making is so important. If we just go out and do loads of running today, physically, yeah, they're ready, but can they do that in time when they're fatigued, when they're decision making? And later on, hopefully, we'll find that from you to see how well you can get on doing that.
How long does this session overall last, and is it going to be very hard?
So the session will be about an hour and 15 minutes, and for you, yeah, we hope it will be very hard.
We've made a couple of clips for you, Dave. Just if you have a look at your movements and position in relation to the secondary most defender. Yeah. If we have an offside decision to make here, the secondary most defender is in that position.
Yeah. Not something I would have ever given any thought to whatsoever.
The number one thing for every assistant is to always be in line with the secondary most defender at all times.
A big thing to pick up as well often is a sidestepping movement. Yeah. To be able to create the ability to sprint with that secondary most defender, and are you in the right position to push off if that game goes?
Oh. Do you want me to get it?
Having watched that situation back now, you're going to give a throw in. Any observations that you've made?
It's not meandering towards where the ball's going to go, is it? I presume you get there, make the decision, leave getting the ball to some other people, but...
Developing on what Francis just said, that's that sideways movement would mean
I'm running with my back to play, right?
Yeah, back to play, and you flag where the referee can't see it. So the flag's in the right hand, you could have the flag in the left hand, you could be sidestepping, lateral movements, so you've got full view, and then when you make your decision, you more like to be in a static position.
From a refereeing point of view, when it's over in your area, expectation from everybody else is for you maybe to lead it because you're the closest official, unless it's on you, but their expectation is you're just going to take the throw in, you lead the throw in, I'll follow you.
Just in 4 minutes, you appreciate how much skill goes into being what we call Championship SG2, SG1 assistant referee. The movement, the positioning, the concentration, it all comes together, and then finally the signal, because of course when you're signalling there, you're not just signalling for the players, you're signalling for the 30,000 in the stadium and the millions watching at home.
You're going to be out refereeing now. But I'm just going to have to give you these cards.
Cards as well? You know I'm not going to book anyone, I'm going to let everything go. You do.
None of that, mate.
Incorrect, you are right, it's a pen.
So what was going through your mind?
In the sense of making that particular decision, I mean, with the balance of looking back at this, I probably want myself possibly a little bit deeper towards that way, looking down the line.
If you look at this, you've actually got exactly the same view as what your assistant has got.
Yeah.
So I think what you're saying there is absolutely spot on in terms of trying to get a different angle to look into the challenge.
Because you've also got to think about there, with that position there, whilst we've got it right, if that's not a penalty and then something happens further around, the position that we've got in then, we're blocked off because players are in the way.
Yeah.
So we've not created that angle to actually see that secondary movement or that secondary phase of play. Sometimes you go into that tunnel vision of something and you miss then perspective of actually what else is going on. So it's all them elements that you're putting together that helps that.
Are we? Yeah. Pass back, unfortunately. Good luck standing in front of this one. Wow. Well played, guys. Who megged me? Who megged me? Clean meg that, wasn't it?
Superb effort, it was good work.
In terms of thinking about the end, the back pass, how quickly were you able to process it and how did you decide on the restart?
That was purely from what I thought was missing the first one, a purely reactive decision. Because in my head I'm then going, because it's a small-sided game, is that part of what we're doing? And also with the penalty, I'm thinking, I've not seen any kind of penalty area, so where does that come from? Structurally, I mean, obviously, without you've got to get the players back towards the goal. Is that's the right route of action?
I think that's the close one. It's because the restart is closer than the 9.15, so the players have to go back to the goal line. I thought you managed that really, really well in the restart, so I thought that was really strong.
I genuinely really enjoyed it. It's good.
Do you want to game of the weekend?
Definitely, as long as I'm not wearing his kit, because that's way too small for me, because this XL's big enough as it is, isn't it? Let's be honest.